industry is a cautionary tale, one that relies heavily on lessons from the past, reflection on the present, and the rare gift of reading the trajectory of both to foresee the future of nuclear power. Proceed with care. The tale of nuclear power is not for the weak of heart or weak of pocketbook, but be encouraged that those that are given the gift of glimpsing a grim future are like Ebenezer Scrooge himself, emboldened to immediately stop in their tracks and change course. Now, the holiday season never meant much to Atomic Mayor Montgomery Burns, but holiday or no holiday, there is much work to be done.
There's other people's money to be spent. For some, 'tis the season. For financial shenanigans and preemptive mega billion-dollar bailouts while the public is distracted with Christmas. Atomic reactors aren't going to finance themselves. Bah, humbug.
In short, the nuclear industry is on the brink of becoming extinct. Only one thing can bring it back to life.
That's right. That's why we need massive government subsidies. The Department of Energy is on the verge of handing out $20.5 billion in taxpayer-backed loan guarantees. But we need more. 100 billion, a trillion, a zillion.
Did I hear more?
And who are you?
I am the ghost of Too Cheap to Return.
But you don't exist.
I never came to pass, exactly. Remember why, Mr. Burns? Construction costs for the first wave of nuclear reactors skyrocketed, while electricity demand plummeted. Electric utilities ended up abandoning more than 100 reactors before or during construction. Half of those you ordered. And those utilities that did complete their reactors, it led to soaring electric rates. Back then we called it rate shock. In fact, ratepayers, consumers, the public, paid more than $200 billion in cost overruns for nuclear plants, and taxpayers and ratepayers paid off most of the more than $40 billion in the cost of the abandoned reactors. Face it, you have a very poor track record of predicting your costs and avoiding cost overruns.
Don't you think that I already know that? We don't want to burn our shareholders again, and those ratepayers are so damn uptight about paying for our costly mistakes. That's why this time we're shifting the risk to the taxpayers. What's the big deal? The federal government has bailed out plenty of industries. So what's one more?
We've heard this before.
Clean, safe, affordable energy. Ah, humbug. Things have changed. Just because past attempts to build nuclear reactors resulted in the largest managerial disaster in business history doesn't mean that history is going to repeat itself, now does it?
Oh, really?
Now who are you?
I am Wall Street, ghost of nuke present.
Clearly.
You guys will never learn, it seems. Nuclear power has been proven to be a financial disaster. We've got a problem where, even in the 1970s and 1980s, the industry was in cost overruns. And since then, the cost of construction estimates have only skyrocketed. Now, what we've got is the Department of Energy is on the verge of taking billions of taxpayer dollars and wasting them on starting construction of reactor designs that are already shown to have design flaws.
Look here, Mr. Wall Street banker. Can I call you Ka-ching? Look, I don't need you confusing me with the facts. Maybe nothing has changed, but this is our big chance to hitch our wagon to all the public concern about the climate crisis. Even though atomic power costs way too much and takes way too long. And never mind that it hasn't solved its inherent risks, like nuclear weapons proliferation, accidents, or attacks, releasing catastrophic amounts of radioactivity. Never mind its forever deadly radioactive waste dilemma. And just forget about the routine releases of radiation and toxic chemicals at each step in the uranium fuel chain. Because we've already spent godzillions of dollars convincing the public and educating their elected leaders that nuclear power is clean and it's the solution to global warming.
Look, come with me.
What's their problem?
They've been neglected. And sun, wind, and efficiency are the real, safe, clean, affordable solutions to climate change.
Bah, humbug.
And investors are attracted to them.
Ouch. Now that hurts.
If we're to have an effective policy for addressing climate change, we must deploy rapidly efficiency in solar and wind so that we can have a sustainable energy policy.
But Mr. Wall Street banker, doesn't 10 years count as rapid?
No, 10 years is too late to start reducing carbon emissions.
Now let me guess. Ghost of Nuke's future?
That's right, I might be the future, but I happen to know that it took 23 years to take the last reactor built in the U.S. online. Nuke's past told me over drinks. Unfortunately, Mr. Burns, if you get your way, the nuclear power industry will transfer hundreds of billions of dollars of new reactor debt repayments onto American taxpayers when they default on their loans. We will bet the farm on the nuclear renaissance, but the cost will continue to skyrocket, and major safety flaws will lead to long construction schedule delays. Worse still, the reactors actually will be completed and generate electricity will cost ratepayers an arm and a leg. In fact, trillions more than had the same energy been saved by efficiency or generated by renewables. And perhaps worst of all, harmful radiation and toxic chemicals will be released at every stage of the uranium fuel chain, and forever deadly high-level radioactive waste will mount with no solution in sight. And did I mention the climate crisis will grow to nightmarish proportions because efficiency and renewables, the real solutions, will be crowded out of the marketplace by the heavily subsidized nuclear power industry. In short, we will not only face a bleak nuclear winter, but we will also face hellish global warming.
Hello, Mr. Burns.
Mr. Department of Energy.
I have a little early Christmas present here for you. Capitol Hill.
But I'm troubled by this. I know so much more now than I did before. Really, where did you get this money? Who does this belong to? Taxpayer dollars? Nuclear loan guarantees? Public subsidies?
Don't worry. Wind, efficiency, solar. We have some for you too. Don't go spend it all in one place though.
But I understand now. I get it. I've seen the light by greenwashing nuclear power and taking the lion's share of public federal subsidies. I've only maintained a 50-year toxic legacy. And I've managed to keep the status quo of dirty energy for so long. I've suppressed the transition to clean energy with plenty of well-paid green jobs for all. Here. This belongs to you. Now go forth, solve the climate crisis, and prosper.
God bless us, everyone.